Hello, chat. Thank you for your patience. We are Evening Star, and today we are pleased to announce Penny's Big Breakaway is available now on all platforms. All right. We are going to have a big cast of developers here today. My name is Hunter Bridges. I'm the game director. I'm joined right now with Esteban Fajardo,
Hello.
one of our game designers. Around the room, we also have Milena Correa, another one of our designers. We have Justin A. Canatuck, who's kind of running the tech behind the scenes, one of our gameplay programmers. We have Anna Love sort of directing us as we do the stream today. And we're going to have many more developers coming in and out of the room. It's a bit of a small room, so we're going to have to make do, little musical chairs. But I think we'll do our best. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
The important part is the game.
Mm-hmm.
What is this Penny's Big Breakaway deal all about, Hunter?
What is Penny's Big Breakaway all about? Well, why don't we switch over to the game screen and we can jump right into it. So Penny's Big Breakaway takes place in the world of Macaroon with our titular Penny, who is walking onto the screen right here.
Private Division, our wonderful publisher.
Penny is a plucky yet unlucky yo-tagonist. She's a denizen of the world of Macaroon, and she's kind of looking for her place in the world. Her hobby is that she plays with a yo-yo, which you can see right here, and she sees the poster for the gala auditions that are being held at the Palace. This is an annual event in the Editorium, which is Emperor Eddie's palace where he holds events. And the whole story here is that the world of Macaroon is inhabited by these denizens who all really value performance art. And so if you can perform, then you're going to be at the highest echelon of society in this world. So Penny, she's a denizen that hasn't quite figured out her place in the world, and she's going to try and audition her best and see if she can, I guess, get a big break. So right now, Esteban is kind of walking through the prologue area. This is a part of Vanilla Town where Penny is just making her way up to the palace right now. Talking to all the different denizens around. Almost time. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go over to this audition.
So what's that over there? Looks like a curious pickup.
Something glowing.
So Penny has just found the cosmic string, and what this means is that Yo-Yo has now become Penny's trusty companion, and now has a mind of its own.
String. How curious. Getting to the palace may not be so easy though, Hunter. You think we can do it?
Who's that talking? Seems like a mysterious individual.
So here we've got the palace in all its glory and majesty. We're ready to go give a good show, but first we're gonna have to wait for our line in queue.
Look at all these people lined up to audition.
Might have to wait a little bit. Maybe practice some yo-yo tricks while we're...
Nah, we're not gonna wait. Let's go around.
Let's see, we got people lined up all this way. It's gonna be quite a ways to go. This guy's been here since last week. Oh dear.
So now that Penny has attached the cosmic string to Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo now has many more abilities at its disposal.
Yeah, primary one is going to be throwing this yo-yo, which she could do before, but now it's going to be a little bit more useful. We can break stuff with it, we can hold it in place, we can swing at some switches, open parts of the environment up to us. Use this, activate an elevator.
Grab the checkpoint here.
Here we got another little instruction.
So this is the ride ability, and if you press the B button or either trigger, then you can hop on to the yo-yo and roll with it along the terrain. And so if you go down a hill, you'll pick up speed. If you go up a hill, you'll lose speed. And you can take advantage of the momentum with the ride move in order to flow through the levels.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite move. She can really whip around with it. She's going down some slopes. Woof. Uh-oh, I almost fell.
Careful.
All right, how are we gonna get ahead?
Looks like we have another tutorial beacon there.
This is for the dash, another useful move.
So if you double tap the left face button, X button on Xbox, or Y button on Switch, or square button on PS5, or you can also double tap the right thumbstick if you're using the Pro controls, then Penny will do a dash move. And this allows you to immediately throw your momentum into the chosen direction.
You can do it while jumping as well, of course, so I can do that to just hop on up here. That's part of that. We got one more move to learn here. Grab it. If we throw at certain objects, we're able to grab onto them and we can pull stuff off. And we'll be able to combine these moves together to get across level in stylish and fashionable ways.
Penny just hopped on a zip line, and you'll find these scattered throughout the world of Macaroon. You can latch onto these with your yo-yo and ride it down the zip line, and it provides a nice little respite from the frantic action.
Alright, now we got our next key move, which is the swing. I think this is probably our game's most special move. Using her yo-yo, Penny is able to swing from midair, and she can just dangle back and forth, but she's going to lose her momentum. So, since this game is all about momentum, if you're coming in it with a lot of speed, you're going to carry through with that, and you can use that to get more height or swing across areas like this. But if you don't have a lot of momentum, you're gonna lose your speed, and you're going to come to a stop, and then you'll just be hanging here. So you're going to have to react quickly in order to get that swing. So we use this now. Let's go ahead and skip that line. We saw that huge line earlier. And we can just skip ahead and move on to the addition.
Alright, so now Penny has made her way to the front of the line. Just walking, cutting in front of everybody there. She's feeling big today. It is her big break after all. So all rise for the shining star of the stage. Our benevolent and bemuscled hero, the man with the golden biceps, Emperor Eddie! I don't think we have a license for that. You didn't hear anything.
Oh, and Judge Rufus is here too, of course. So these two are the rulers of Macaron, but they're quite theatrical, aren't they? They're all about performances, and the only way to really impress them and make your mark in this world of Macaroon is by showing your stuff, by being a performer. And here, Penny's got her big break. She's got her chance. Oh, look at her! She's so cute.
So now Penny and Yo-Yo are showing off. Eddie's loving it. Things are going pretty well. But oh no, looks like that Yo-Yo is getting a little hungry. Looks like Yo-Yo is accidentally chewed all of Eddie's clothes off.
Criminal disrobing of the imperial personage? Criminal chaos in the editorial? On record in the book of law, your multiple malevolent misdeeds. Shout out to Meredith, our wonderful writer. She came up with all this sweet, funny poetry.
She's around here somewhere. We'll have to get her in to say hello here in a second.
1,000 years. It's a lot of penguins. So now we're gonna have to make our break for it. Our breakaway might have to turn into a breakout.
And so now our game is kicked off. Penny is on the run from Emperor Eddie's penguin army.
swing some stuff together.
So we're in the first level, Vanilla Town 1, and I think let's stop right here for a little bit and just run through the moves one more time. So, of course, we have the ride move that Penny is demonstrating right now. We have the dash move. Why don't you do that left and right a little bit just to show off the dash?
Sure.
We also have the swing move.
Let's get between these two bells. Yeah.
And one really cool thing is, with the combo system, you can chain different moves together. And so the easiest way to demonstrate this is by combining the swing move with the dash move. You can jump and do a dash and then do a swing, or the other way around. You can jump and do a swing and then do a dash.
We also have the backflip move, which I can use to extend the jump a little bit. So I can use that if I'm just shy of what I'm aiming for. But I can also use it to cut my momentum right on the spot if I'm overshooting something. So let's say, I'll stop right in place. Pow! I can go ahead and do that.
One of the other moves is the whirl. So if you rotate the right stick 360 degrees in either direction, you can also do this with the left stick and X at the same time. Then Penny will start whirling yo-yo around her in a circle. And when you do this, it'll pull in coins or other collectibles, kind of like a vacuum. And it's also a move that you can use, for example, to get the penguins off of you. And there's also gimmicks in the levels that you can interact with using the whirl as well.
What's this showpiece about?
What is this hexagonal collectible? This is called a showpiece. There's 3 of them in every level. And as you unlock more showpieces throughout the game, then you can use them to unlock Star Globe stages, which are kind of extra challenge levels that people who are really into the moveset in the game, I think, will really enjoy.
We've also got another feature within the levels. We've got dilemmas. Denizens within the level are always running into trouble, and Penny can help them out if she feels like it. So here we've got a dilemma where these construction workers have lost all their bolts. It's always troublesome, right? You're always dropping your bolts.
I'm always dropping my bolts.
They're floating around. You gotta find them.
Chat, let us know how often you drop your bolts.
Alright, we got 4 of them here. Just need the last one.
How are you gonna be dropping them in midair like that?
There we go. They're helium bolts, you know. So now that we've helped these guys out, they're actually gonna show up at the very end of the stage. Penny jumps onto a big stage and she pulls off some moves, but the more denizens we help along in the level, the more will show up at that end of the level and will give you some additional score and bonuses.
Penny is a performer after all, and so a big part of her journey through the world is building her own audience.
Alright, we have these penguins up ahead.
The penguins, the pesky penguins. So this is another major element of the game, which we introduced in the intro cutscene. The penguins are patrolling the world. I'm full of peas, Penny's penguin party.
And 5 of them grab you?
If 5 of them grab you, then you get taken off stage left, and you lose 1 gusto point. Gusto points basically operate as the sort of hit points in the game. And then, so the penguins kind of act as this very short-term kind of push and pull element. So when you get penguins on you, you can fight to get them off of you. And so whenever you see them, then you want to avoid them and get out of there. Looks like that we have a question from the chat. Right stick, does that mean all face buttons are usable as shoulder buttons? So the way that the control scheme works is, I actually discussed this in a recent article on Xbox Wire last week. We started off with kind of just focusing on this right thumbstick using the yo-yo control scheme. And we also found that the using the bumpers for jumping complemented the right stick use very well. And so by putting the jump on the bumpers, the ride on the triggers, and the yo-yo on the right stick, you can do all the moves in Penny's moveset without ever having to lift your thumb off the thumbstick. However, we also found that a lot of other platformer games use a more traditional face button oriented control scheme. And so we've doubled all the commands on the face buttons as well. So that means that A button acts as jump, X button will do a forward throw or a throw in whatever direction your left stick is pointing, and the B button will also act as a ride. So the result is that we have a really flexible control scheme, and you can either use the sort of new right thumbstick oriented way, or you can do the more traditional face button oriented way. And there's 2 control schemes that you can select as well. So the Pro control scheme, which is the default control scheme, has both the right thumbstick, the trigger and the bumper controls, and the face buttons. And then there's a simple control scheme that is only face buttons and left thumbstick. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the characters in the world here. So of course we've already met Penny. Penny's trying to make her get away from Emperor Eddie's penguin army right now. And we've also met Yo-Yo, who is Penny's cute companion that she's adventuring through the world with. Yo-Yo's a bit of a loose cannon, but he's kind of like a cute puppy, so can you really blame him? And then we also have Emperor Eddie, who we met in the intro, who we so thoroughly embarrassed, but it wasn't really our fault, right? Emperor Eddie, he's kind of the big shot. The reason that he runs he's the emperor of Vanilla Town is because he's sort of the big star of yesteryear in Macaroon, and so he had a big strongman act, and sorry, we had a bit of a technical blip there. He had a big strongman act, and he became very famous for his performances decades ago. But now things are getting a little bit stale for Eddie, and Judge Rufus, who lives on the other side of Macaroon, he's notifying Eddie that his act is getting a bit stale, and that's the whole reason that they needed to run the auditions to find a new star to keep the show fresh. Dave, you're hovering in here. Would you like to come say hello?
Oh, hello.
You can come on camera.
I guess I will.
We have our first guest star,
We have our first guest star, ladies and gentlemen.
Dave Padilla.
Dave Padilla.
The man, the legend.
Wait, where's the camera? Right there?
Is over there, yes.
Here's my hand. I'm hovering over Stefan.
Dave is the CEO of Evening Star and the lead producer on Big Breakaway. And he was also just kind of peeking his head in around the corner, and so we wanted to bring him in.
Yeah, it was
Always
just,
looking out for us, right?
I am, just making sure this room stays cool for you folks.
It's a little hot with all the lights.
How do I redo a Supreme Show-Off superlative? I actually, right off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure. We may have to poll Brad for that.
Do you know the answer?
Supreme Show.
Supreme Show-Off?
That's what the combo is.
That's if you get a high combo, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think Supreme Show-Off may be if you get a high combo, so maybe 150, over 150. Shoot for a high combo total, and you'll probably unlock the Supreme Show-Off superlative.
yeah. The superlatives are a sort of a bonus award of score that you get at the end of the level. There'll be different superlatives. So these different words will come up and say like, oh, you finished the level in these cheeky ways, but the names are a little bit, they're not deceptive, but you're gonna have to figure out what each of these are gonna mean. And so I think allow yourself some fun to explore around each of these levels. There's a lot to play around with, not just looking at the world, but how to play and what happens when you play this way. So I can give you a few hints. Some of the things to watch out for are you can get more points if you're collecting a lot of coins, or collecting a really high combo level, or if you beat the level without getting grabbed on by a penguin or losing any of your gusto health. So try those out, and I think that'll help you get a higher score.
So we have some more questions from the chat. People want to know, what is Dave's favorite character?
Sheila has a soft place in my heart.
Sheila.
Sheila the sailor and Bird Brain.
Sheila is the boss of the Tideswell world, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we will soon. We also have another special guest who some of you may recognize. We have our design director, Brad Flick. Brad Flick. I just can't talk.
You want to come?
Wait, you gotta come in a little closer. Come in a
Oh,
little
you can
closer.
play, it's fine.
You're not on camera though. You gotta.
Oh,
lean
I
in.
mean, you guys are out of chairs though, so.
Nah, come over here.
Here, you take my chair.
Come over here. We got Brad on here.
All right.
Everybody, Brad just got back from his honeymoon, so please congratulate Brad.
Woo!
Brad, what's your favorite character in Big Breakaway?
I really like Judge Rufus.
Judge Rufus?
Yeah.
Why do you like Judge Rufus so much?
It's like I like his big old head.
I like his big old head. So we also have some more characters that we haven't yet revealed, but I don't want to spoil anything. So wait till you get to the end of World's Edge. That's the 6th level in the game. So let's see. We are right now in Vanilla Town 2. Esteban is doing some cool tricks. Grab that showpiece right there.
Milan is playing actually.
Milena's playing?
Yeah.
No, just sneak in the controller. Delivering this note to the boss. Oh, just jumping off the cliff.
This is an opportunity for you to try to get a full combo through the level, though. You gotta.
She can do it. So we did not design the levels to be able to be like comboable from front to back, but we've learned either through our own internal playtesting or watching some playtesters really go at it that they can do it, which is really fun. I think if you try to design everything for the combo, then it would take a long time to get that right. So
I think it was one of those things that we didn't really even conceive at first it would be possible, and then as we got further and further in developing the game and actually trying things out, we were like, oh, we can actually do some of these levels in a complete unbroken combo.
Mm-hmm. I had a few people asking questions about, or I guess making comments where it was there is a speedrunning element to this, but we didn't exclusively cater to that audience, and that was something we talked about at the very beginning too, where if you just go for speedrunners, that's a very, very, very small section, cross section of gamers, and I think it limits your potential appeal. But so that's I think that kind of factored in that decision early on.
I still do think there's a lot here for speedrunners.
Oh, there's plenty.
There's amazing, depth in the moveset, and there's a lot of ways to get through a single challenge. I think that's a big thing that our level design team was working on, is making sure that there isn't just one way that you have to go through the level. You can figure out your own solutions to the puzzle put in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really part of the fun, is not just getting through it, but also kind of doing it in your own way and bringing a sense of style to it as well.
Yeah, and that's we were talking about the superlatives a second ago, and that feeds into that too, where if you go a more score attack route, you can give players many options into how to accumulate score. It doesn't exclusively doing things as fast as possible, you do all your dilemmas, or don't get touched by penguins at all. Those are things that are also achievable to get extra bonus points and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of potential for player expression with the game, and how they're able to achieve the benchmarks we've set for them with those score values.
Yeah, I think there's a lot here. You could go for time, you can go for score, you can go for style, you can make your own challenges. And then I think we're going to be at the end of this level here very shortly, and then after that we have we're going to do a bit of a head-to-head challenge with. I think we're going to do a 2 out of 3 match.
We should do some of the later levels, because just from watching people play on Twitch today, we're spending a lot of time in Vanilla Town so far. So
we can jump around.
We can really just start going ape on a level later in the game.
You so
We don't want to do any plot spoilers.
That's
though,
true.
So that's the main thing. But if anybody in the chat wants to let us know what levels that we should do, I think that we'll do a challenge here very shortly.
Well, hey Scarly. It's
Oh, what up, Scarly?
Someone else mentioned, I don't expect anyone to know what Rexler is. I'm it's us, man. We know what that is.
Mm-hmm. So this is the busker bonus, which is the performance that Penny does at the end of every level. You're challenged with a quick time input event, and the number of challenges that you get is determined by the level on which you land on the busker stage. So if you land on the topmost level of the stage, then you'll get 3 attempts, and that maximizes your amount of bonus. Also, if you do all the denizen dilemmas throughout the level, that means that more people come to your show, and then you're rewarded with more coins and more points at the end of the busker bonus. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the Dev versus Dev challenge. I think we have a second computer on the floor over here.
Do we?
We do. Look at that.
Wow.
This came out of nowhere.
Y'all gonna do some verses?
We're doing some verses.
I actually,
Bene?
near the end of the development, I worked on that world a lot. And consider I haven't played the game now in like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I think, so what were we doing yesterday? We tried out time attack and we tried out score attack. Which one was the more tense one? I think that score attack was like pretty...
Trying to end with a higher score is definitely pretty tense.
Mm-hmm. We did do head-to-head on time attack, but it's a little bit tricky when you don't have the checkpoints, because then if you get later in the level and then you fall off the cliff, then you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. And so I think we can do head-to-head on like who reaches the goal first, but we should probably do it in story mode.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. What do you think?
All right, so we're gonna do some bene.
Yeah, I can do some
bene. Which one? Which one do you think, Milena? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, or 3.
2.
2.
Okay,
Molto bene 2.
that sounds good.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, so someone's gonna have to count us down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, you guys selected very well. Look.
Alright, let's just go.
Just
All right,
go.
let's just go. Trying to play with a giant metal bar in the middle of the screen. Wait, are we doing score or are we doing time?
Time, man.
We're doing time.
Well, I guess it's just whoever makes it there first. Ah, crap.
Wow. Oh, I got the score challenge dilemma. So in some of the levels, there's a photographer and director denizen, and they do kind of like a miniature score attack challenge. So that was one of those right at the start of Molto Bene 1.
I'm rusty, man.
The theme of this level is a restaurant at the base of a volcano, which you wouldn't think would be a very practical place to put a restaurant, but I think it's scenic for the denizens of Macaroon.
My honeymoon was in Tokyo, and so we were at Disney Sea, and I thought we had an original idea about putting an Italian restaurant at a volcano, and then like literally like there's a whole like Italian area at the foot of a volcano. I was like, dang. Beat us to it.
So if anybody in the chat hits up Tokyo Disney Sea, let us know. We do not have a sponsorship, but it's a nice place to go.
It is, it's fun.
Alright, I'm back. Who's winning?
Me.
Ooh, Brad coming in hot in
I
Molto
thought
Bene's
you
lava
said you were
restaurant.
rusty.
Yeah, I also just abused a little glitch or two.
Brad, did you try the famous salt ice cream in Disney? Chat wants to know.
No, I did not. I did have those little alien mochis though.
The alien mochis.
Those were really good.
Chat, please ask Brad more questions so that we can distract him and...
I need this to be a fair fight. Brad's too good. He's the design director, so he knows every level.
But Hunter, you're the game director.
I know.
Oh, it's final stretch.
During Mania's development, though, you definitely were better at the levels than me, even though I made like most of them. Like you got ridiculously good at
I
it.
was practicing.
Oh, there he goes. Comes in with the
He
win.
won. He win.
I'm curious what the final score is going to be, though.
Brad, what's your favorite color? Chat wants to know.
Probably.
He's got to think about it. He doesn't know this one off the top of his head.
I like.
He's rolling all the colors around in his head.
I think I go
He's
back and forth
visualizing.
between. I think I could go back and forth between red and blue, which is why I just go with
Those
purple.
are the opposite.
Oh.
I like wearing purple as evidenced by my outfit today. I guess I'm going to the
You're just going to the next level already?
yeah.
I didn't even land.
Just
Race through the whole game, huh?
Brad, how big of a breakfast can you eat?
oh look at that.
Oh, we crashed.
We're on the dev branch.
Oh, in the dev branch. That's why. Let's see here.
Launch it again. This gives me an advantage. I can jump into the next level while you're relaunching the game.
How big of a breakfast can I eat? Pretty big. That's my nickname, by the way.
Big breakfast.
I have a
Big
feeling that
breakfast.
whoever asked this may have already known that.
Penny's big breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright, next race.
next race is going to be Anna versus Dave.
So we're going to cycle some people in. It's time. Come on in. It's time.
All right.
Have you guys decided what stage you want to race in?
Ooh, you know what? Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
Okay.
You know what about penguin roll?
I want to do it.
Okay.
Attila, your question, what was the difficult ability
Well,
to
that's
do
one.
in the
Ooh.
development, like in terms of doing it on the controller or like
How about
making the move?
There we go, coast.
Specifically, what
One or
is
I mean,
your question?
Let's do it.
One. Wait, what? All right, fine.
Okay, we have some new
blood.
players joining the fray. Everybody, welcome Anna Wynn and then Dave Padilla back to stage.
Again. All right.
do this one.
Ooh, very good.
Come this one.
Balloons.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Who won?
All right.
Brad won. Yeah.
Well,
So we're doing coast one.
here.
You can do coast one.
Coast
Where do
one.
I look?
Tide swell.
All right.
Oh, I see.
Tie 12 at ends well.
So I asked for specificity on Attila's question there. So like in terms of like making the moves, what do you think was the hardest move to like get just right? You think?
Well, the swing was pretty tricky. I
All right,
remember we
pause.
kind of went back and forth between Christian and
wait.
I on that one.
We're
Alright,
starting to
Dave,
see
you
that.
wanna-
Well, let's start the race and then we can start rambling on top of it.
Yeah, I'll start running my mouth.
Sure,
That'll
sure,
be
sure.
a good one.
Oh wait, you press
Yeah.
and then. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, on go.
Oh wait. All right.
Just
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We
Just go.
Just go.
Let's go.
But yeah, anyhow, back to the swing. So we kind of went back and forth, Christian and I, on the swing, and it was pretty tricky because we wanted it to feel really smooth whenever you activated the swing and started into that move. But there's this weird quirk with the physics where you would kind of like keep your previous momentum, and then Penny would sort of arc downwards to the bottom of the swing. And so we had to do a bit of finessing in order to get that nice, feeling pendulum swing.
Oh yeah, she used to like kind of like fall like a sack of potatoes for a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
She, like,
You wouldn't get the full like arc of the swing, and so that one took a lot of finessing, I think, to get feeling nice. So we had another question: how did we decide on the color palette? So this one really, I think, was headed up by our art director Tom Fry. He came up with a lot of the character designs as well as a lot of the initial concepts for the world. And from the very beginning, we wanted Penny's world to be very vibrant and very bright. We wanted everything to have that kind of candy-coated sheen to it. And so, yeah, I think that it was just something where Tom is very good with, that kind of saturated, high contrast color palette work, as evidenced by his previous work on other games. So so that was really part of the art direction from the beginning. We're doing pretty good. Who's ahead right now? I think who's on the left? Is that you, Dave?
I
Or
know.
that
I
Anna?
don't know.
Wait.
I'm at a whirl screw. Are you at a whirl screw?
Oh, y'all are about at the same place.
Okay.
It's pretty neck and neck.
Ah!
Can't sabotage the other player's screen.
I'm just
can
glad
do
I was still
anything.
good. 'Cause, yeah, I
Oh no!
Man.
That wasn't
I didn't get that checkpoint.
get the top here. Oh no! Oh, I moved it.
All right. I'm just taking my time. I like looking at the art.
Best 2 out of 3. Do you wanna run it back,
Alright.
Dave?
Oh, you're not even gonna finish it.
I know.
How
Well,
do
yeah,
you
Dave's
enjoy
starting
it?
it now.
You know what? Why don't we try another level? How about that?
Okay.
Let's do Coast 2.
This one just didn't Dave's level, alright?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
I'll continue.
I guess we get this question a lot about like a physical release.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think with regards to physical release, we would love to do one in the future. I think if you want to see a physical release, then please support the
Let's
current
go.
release.
Okay.
And then
Oh.
I think if enough people are hungry for a physical, then
All right.
hopefully we can figure out a way to make that happen
There we go.
someday.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Very good answer that has never been said before. And not rehearsed a lot.
Is this Tideswell 2?
Yeah.
Just keeping it rolling on the coast.
Well, maybe we'll just race through the whole game this time.
Sneak my iPad out.
Okay.
We also got a question about a soundtrack release. Is that in the works? I think we would be remiss if we did not release the soundtrack of this game. T and Sean have done an amazing job cooking up the soundscape for Big Breakaway. Also, myself, Christian, and Jameson, our audio director, we've all collaborated on a few tracks too. And so, yeah, we're going to be releasing the soundtrack to Big Breakaway very, very soon. So stay tuned. Actually, if you go on the Evening Star website and go to our games page, then you can find a link where you can basically on any of your favorite streaming services, you can like click on a button and it'll notify you when the soundtrack goes up.
I really liked T's tweet the other day about where the soundtrack has pushed him, musically, and I think that goes for all of us on the team where we really pushed ourselves outside of our comfort zones here. So in the case of T, like I guess a lot of people know him for that that 90s like New Jack niche that defined the Mania and like TMNT, Shredder's Revenge like soundtracks. And so
yeah, T's been doing a lot of great work in recent years, doing the kind of bringing back classic IPs and doing very faithful interpretations of their sounds, but bringing new tunes into the mix. I think with Penny's Big Breakaway, Christian really pushed T to go outside of his comfort zone, and I think the result is a very eclectic soundtrack, and I think no two worlds sound the same in this soundtrack. But at the same time, there's a lot of common threads, and I think overall it's still a very cohesive soundtrack, so I'm definitely looking forward to everybody sinking their teeth into all the tracks and listening to everything it has to offer.
I think one of those cohesive elements being that vintage Moog synth. I'm glad we could introduce a whole new generation of people to the Moog.
Well, Brad, it's actually pronounced Moog.
It's the Moog, dude.
Alright, so you're gonna wait until I can just hang out here for a second.
I mean,
Chat, let us know if you pronounce it Moog or Moog.
You are correct. I am intentionally saying it wrong.
So
No,
Dave,
it's totally
Dave,
fine,
Did you
yeah.
win this one?
No, I didn't win. I just
Well,
wanted to hang out at the stage for.
I am winning.
I'm just enjoying the view, you know.
I
Right?
know.
It's all about the
You know, if
art.
I hadn't have lost, I would have won.
Yeah.
So
I just want gonna appreciate all of Anna's hard work on this, obviously. Why would I rush through this?
You know, I totally got it.
I thought you were gonna break eye contact with the screen just then, and never mind. Came true. I thought you were just gonna get crushed immediately.
Oh,
All right, what do we say? Best of 3?
Yeah, we're best of 3,
Okay.
so we got to do one more match.
All right, one more match. All right. What's the deciding level? Have we played any Zafara yet?
I have not played any Zafara.
We could do Desert 1.
Desert 1? All
Keep
right.
on chugging along.
Let's do it.
Keep on chugging. Esteban versus Hunter to finish after this. All right, I can.
All right.
I'll see what I can
Alright,
do.
well,
I've already been
you're
shamed
just gonna
once,
go?
but
Wait.
maybe I can.
All right, hold on. Restart one more time.
I'll,
All right, and then I'll press the button. Oh, never mind.
Oh, well, I wasn't gonna.
All right, just go.
Are we just going?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many FPS do the console versions have? So, I mean, you just did a feature on the Xbox blog very recently about the frame rates on Xbox, but I guess could you go into detail on
Yeah, for
PS5
sure.
and then switch to PC?
Yeah, so on Switch, we targeted a locked 30 FPS. You know, we have a big game world. We have a lot of geometry, and you know, when we were testing and optimizing, we just found that targeting a really locked 30 at full frame 1080 or 720, depending on if you're in dock or handheld mode, that seemed to be the best target for what our team, the capacity of our team was capable of. And then we also were able to target, you know, full 120 hertz on Xbox Series as well as PlayStation 5. And so we can do full frame 120 hertz on PS5 and Xbox Series X, as well as full frame 1440p 120 hertz on Xbox Series S. And then for the Steam PC version, that also should be able to scale up. You know, if you have a monitor and a video card that's equipped to do 120, 144, or other high refresh rates, then you can do that. Also, Steam Deck can do 90 hertz if you're on the Steam Deck OLED. So yeah, that should about cover it. And then, you know, as for the Switch version, we are working on some additional performance optimizations, and so we will reveal more about that at a later date. Looks like we're coming up to the end, and Dave takes it. Dave takes the
Oh wait, was that the stage already?
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I reach the end?
I think that is the stage.
Oh, well, it's good to see you there finally.
Good.
Well, that was a good match, Hannah.
Yes, good.
All right, I guess we've got the last V versus V.
Brad,
You ready?
I'll race you in PV1.
PV1?
Yeah, a win in this
I'll get a win in this chair.
Yeah.
Well, I think Hunters wants to race you first, but I'll definitely race you in Penguinville for sure.
Where do you want to race me?
Where do I want to race Hunter? Well, let me think about this. We've got so many worlds to choose from. We've seen the desert, we've seen the coast, the other worlds we've got. We haven't looked at yet. Have we done Bubbling yet?
Haven't done bubbling.
Let's do Bubbling 2.
Bubbling 2?
Yeah, double bubble.
A double bubble? Reluctant Conquistador says, "Let's go, Esteban."
That's my brother.
That's your brother?
That's my brother.
All right, wait. Are you just going?
Oh,
You're like, "That's my brother," and then you just distracted me. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do like a good old-fashioned 3, 2, 1 here.
Is Travel King fan?
Wait, probably, yeah.
I just realized.
All right, Brad, give us a 3, 2, 1.
All right. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
Go.
So the Bubbling levels feature a lot of curving, winding slopes that
lot of
make
water
for a
in
lot
here.
and a lot of water. It's true. This makes it for a lot of fun ride sections. And I'm gonna have to focus. All right, I'm a little bit ahead of you right now, right? Got a huge bowl over here. Putting this level together, it was so fun to see it come around. I didn't work on this final version of the level. I worked on a much earlier version that was not very good. our other level designers. Our other level designers.
So humble.
Turn this into one that I really, really enjoy. So this is a treat. I get to play this one as a fan, rather than as a developer. Oh no, I broke my.
There's stuff in this level that you made still. Quit putting yourself down.
I just mean there's a lot of surprises in here.
I see.
Esteban handmade those rails right there. You
Modeled
should
them
see
by-
him with a what's the thing called when you're welding?
Blowtorch.
Blowtorch.
This little
You
secret.
should see him with a blowtorch.
You should see him with that doohickey over there. Damn, he's going hard on the doohickey.
That's something people don't really know about game development. Is every asset you see in this game has to be handmade first in real life, and then digitized with the laser beam.
You have to 3D scan it.
I'm still waiting for a question where I get to answer. Oh, we just kind of we just made that up on the spot and put it in, and it was good. Because I think it's my favorite interview question where it's just like.
None of this is real.
This
We made
seems
it
so.
up.
This seems. This seems so carefully considered. Was this the goal from the beginning to do this? And it's like, no. It wasn't very fun. And then we were like, what if we did this? And then we did it, and then it was fun. The end.
How'd you fall off?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Ball Talk in the chat. Everybody say hey to Ball Talk.
Fall?
Yeah, the one and only Paul. You
Shout out to Paul.
you know him, you love him. It's Paul.
Someone has a lot of really cheeky, funny penguin setups. You're just knocking them around with all the water gushes that you're turning on. There's a Anna Wynn hallmark, making all these really delightful little setups with our favorite guys. Oh, I almost missed the check.
Wanted to follow up on Lux's question about 60 FPS on Switch. We actually just answered that before you hopped in, most likely. But to reiterate Hunter's answer, we targeted a lock 30 for the release here, but we will have some more news when it's available on some updates to that platform.
Hunter.
Why?
Hmm?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh no! Like I guess I saw why penguin. That's a good answer.
Why penguins?
Yeah.
They're cute. They're fun. They're adorable. They look like bowling pins, and so when you whack them, they go. Is that the right answer?
Oh, no problem, Lux.
Good question earlier. It's from Big Mikey that says, is there any specific part of the game that you guys are particularly fond of or proud of how it turned out?
I
think.
just never get tired of hitting a quarter pipe with the ride and launching into the air, and then that moment where you're trying to decide your next move. That feeling never got old to me throughout the game. And I think I made a comment near the end of production where we were kind of fine tuning placements of the showpieces and other dilemmas and stuff like that. And there's a lot of them that are you need a lot of momentum to launch up and land to get some of these collectibles. And it's Anna Love was talking to me about it one time. I was like, oh, we kind of do this a lot. Is that okay? It's like, well, it's not. I'm not having fun with it.
It's fun every time.
It's fun every time. So I do think just nailing how everything feels is probably my favorite part. Every time I get launched into the air, there's just a wealth of possibilities, and it's a good feeling.
Oh, we wanted to do a Brad versus
yeah.
money match here.
Money match. Here, I can swap over with you. I think my answer to that question is the swing itself presented such a rich set of possibilities. If you let go at the base of the swing, you'll shoot forward with a lot of momentum. If you let go at the height of the swing, you can get a lot of height, but you're not going to have a lot of forward momentum. And it's frames between those two. And so if you hit it at just the right angle, you can have a lot of possibilities. And the longer you're falling, your terminal velocity builds up. That's your momentum. You put that into a swing, and when you let go of it, you can launch yourself, but it gets riskier the faster you're moving. And that created just the most fun risk and reward. And so the way to play the game at its best, pushes you to do the most dangerous stuff. And that's really kudos to the engineers who are wizards and musicians with physics, making those game physics just feel so nice.
Any really hard stages?
Courthouse,
Yeah.
Lawberry.
Yeah, like obviously near the end is the key. But I think how we like to handle difficulty when we make games is like the players want and desire to push themselves to do things faster, more stylishly, and so like a lot of the difficulty is actually in your hands in terms of the amount of collectibles you get or how quickly you do things. I find that the game becomes really difficult and fun because I'm setting the difficulty by trying to combo through the whole level in one unbroken thing, and that's something you don't need a difficulty slider or like pixel precise jumps to do. It's something that I think that we exemplified on our previous title and this one as well.
It's true. Yeah, there's some levels that are I think easier to move through when you're kind of exploring around and taking your time. But when we've had our challenges where we're trying to do a single combo through a level or get as high a score as possible, suddenly these earlier levels will have like, oh wow, this one's really spicy. It's way harder.
Yeah.
And like, let me try to think which ones us. There's a couple in that New Desert that were really oh man, you have to like, it's a nail biter all of a sudden. Everything transforms when you're trying to get a full combo because if a penguin grabs you, it will it won't kill you, but it will knock down your combo.
Yeah, it stops the combo. Yeah, so if you're trying to get the score or just trying to get one unbroken combo all the way through, just like touching one penguin gets rid of that, and so
they become really dangerous when you're trying to play at that high level. But they're cuddly beasts to deal with. If you're just trying to get to the credits, if you're just trying to progress through the level, then they're a bit nicer. You can have 5 of them grabbed onto you before you get carted off the stage. But if you're trying to play at a high level of skill, then you can't let a single one of them touch you.
Yeah, for sure. And then Flynn Meister's got a point here. It's like we always try to build in areas to encourage people to skip. You can see it in like Vanilla Town 1 where it's like you can just roll it and bounce on the trampoline and go, or if you had enough momentum, you don't even need the trampoline. And so hopefully that instills a sense in people to start looking for that sort of stuff and do the levels faster.
Yeah. And then to Lux Ignis's question of how long it would take to complete everything, really? I want you to answer that for us. I'm really curious how everyone playing the game is going to push it and make things go faster. When we started the game, it would take us a whole day to play through everything and check everything, and our quality assurance testers, we'd have to set aside a lot of time to just make sure we're looking at every corner. But the game launched today. We downloaded it on our PlayStation 5 here at the office and on everyone's individual Steam decks and wherever they could play it. And then we raced. And before this stream, we hit credits on some of the stuff. Now that's not collecting everything though. That would take a little bit more time, but I'm very curious how much you guys will be able to compress that time down.
Cool. All right, you ready to do this race?
Oh, I'm itching
Alright,
to do it.
bring the balls out. Let's go.
Alright, first to the finish.
Oh yeah, there's a cutscene.
Don't want to spoil that for anybody.
Oh yeah. Ready?
Alright, give me the countdown, Hunter.
Yeah, get it on go.
Okay. All right. On go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so we're playing in Pengoville. This is the Penguins' hometown. This is their turf.
This is their club, dog. You see those speakers?
They're here to party and they're here to live large. And there's a lot of penguins here, so we're gonna have to really avoid them. Oh, you know what? I already missed 2 skips because I wasn't paying attention.
You made this level.
I know.
I'm curious to see what everybody thinks of the ice. I think that may be a some people will love it kind of thing.
I hope you do. It's my favorite thing. I love that in a momentum platformer, having something slippery just emphasizes the unique challenges and skill needed to play a momentum-based platformer. And so this is a game where I think this is a world where I think that skill is really at its peak. And so it's tough, but I think a lot of fun. Oh no,
Usually, when you're traversing through these levels, the ride move is a really powerful way to cover a lot of ground really fast. And in normal circumstances, you can kind of drift when you're turning with the yo-yo. But if you try to turn on the yo-yo ride when you're on the ice, then it actually won't change direction. You'll just kind of keep on going in one direction and swivel about your vector of motion. So you have to kind of like jump around and maneuver in a bit of a different way. So the ice kind of forces you to traverse in a slightly different way.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you're so far ahead of me. I really gotta catch up.
We have a shout out from Adam. Wonder if that's old T-Bird in the audience.
Oh, maybe.
Patchy Perfect asks, who is the best at this game in the office?
Milena.
Probably Milena. Milena's probably the most pro gamer of them all.
She has played like 1,000 hours of this game at this point.
Yeah, Milena is one of our designers, but she's also been helping QA the game, and so yeah, she's had her hands on the sticks for quite a long number of hours compared to many of our other players here.
Man, I beat the brakes off you,
I
dog.
know. That wasn't even close. Oh man. All right.
One combo challenge?
Combo challenge. Well, this is the
Get in
perfect opportunity to show off Milena's pro game
Yeah,
skills.
you guys gotta see this.
You gotta get a load of this.
So you did yesterday. You ran through Vanilla Town 1 in a single combo,
Yeah.
but you didn't do any of the dilemmas
No.
and showpieces.
I did not.
So do you think you can do that today?
I can try my best.
All right, everybody. Milena's gonna try her best. I'll jump in. I'll jump into the
Give us some
We're
commentary.
recycling chairs.
musical chairs. I'm back.
I would like to answer this John Mama comment right here about
John Mama.
John Mama, brother of Joe Mama.
Oh yeah.
I love that your studio's name is a Knuckles Chaotix reference. It actually is not.
It's actually a Kenny Rogers reference.
That's right.
How many Kenny Rogers fans we got in the chat? Let us know.
+1 for Kenny Rogers, dude.
Anybody been to Kenny Rogers Roasters? I think they only have those in Malaysia now. Falk, have you been to Kenny Rogers Roasters?
Probably the only person in Malaysia in the chat.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to do all of the Vanilla Town 1 in one combo, plus all the super coins and dilemmas.
So this is a perfect
A
one.
100% single combo run. That's great because Flynnmeister wants to see how a pro plays Penny.
Sure.
So this one's for you, Flynnmeister. We're going to show you how a pro plays Penny.
Dude, it's gonna show up on the Wikipedia now that it's a Kenny Rogers reference, and that's not it either. You know. You know what?
What is the true origin?
We were trying to come up with names, and it was the one that we all were like, "That's all right." Which is, it's hard to get consensus on a name for anything, and so when you get everyone going like, "Oh yeah,
That's pretty good, yeah.
that's pretty good," then that's the name.
It just happened to be a Kenny Rogers song, as well as a song name from Knuckles Chaotix. So.
Yeah, it's also like a pro. I mean, it's like in several newspapers.
Yeah, I think it's like a newspaper somewhere. It's like the name of like a pub in the UK somewhere.
Oh, you gotta go again.
To restart.
It's like a produce chain in Northern California.
A produce chain.
Yeah.
With the bar in the middle.
And please don't confuse us with Morningstar, like the vegan breakfast sandwiches that you can find in your supermarket's freezer section.
Isn't that also like the Belmonts with in Castlevania?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
we're just banding. We're just banding until she gets in the zone here.
No worries, guys.
Look at this.
I just attempted this skip. It does work, but I think I'm gonna.
We're going for the deep skips here.
Oh, I see.
Damn it.
Oh.
It's getting really hard.
Reluctant Conquistador says Morningstar sausages do slap though.
I guess something that you see like Milena using quite a bit to make some of these gaps like work, like some of the larger skips she's trying to do is like the ledge bite. And we got a question earlier about the swing and getting that right, but then that move kind of was born out of something that we were experiencing while we were really fine-tuning the swing, where you would swing and then you'd kind of like unceremoniously like kind of...
Oh yeah, you would swing and then you would end up doing it a little bit too low when you were trying to make it across a gap and clear a ledge. And then very early in development, before we added the ledge bite, was you would just kind of swing into the wall and then you couldn't do anything.
Depth perception is always going to be hard, even at this stage of video game history in 3D. So yeah, like even us who were like super experienced, is still kind of like jumping a little bit too late, and then like it's kind of like a wet blanket, just
Nice.
smack it into the wall like that. And so I forget who came up with it initially, but I remember you initially implemented it, Hunter.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stroke of inspiration, just because I was like, well, what can we do if you just kind of end up, dangling dead against the wall? And I was like, well, maybe the yo-yo could just, jump down and bite the ledge and pull you back up. And it ended up working pretty well. Melena's got,
Look at this.
2 dilemmas, 2 showpieces.
This is...
That's the 3rd dilemma.
This is nuts.
Still going.
Oh, we're drifting. There's the 3rd showpiece.
Oh! I didn't want to say perfect game before it happened. That was very close.
One more time.
Just one more.
One more again. That was like what, 160? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
One move that Milena demonstrated a moment ago, which is another kind of advanced piece of tech, is we call it the whirl buffer, and it's basically where as you're falling to the ground, you can buffer a 360 input on the right stick and basically buffer the whirl input as you're making contact with the ground. And you can immediately start a whirl when making contact with the ground. So it's another way to continue a combo from being airborne. But you can also use a whirl buffer to interact with the whirl screw without having to break your combo. There's a lot of influence from fighting games in how the inputs for Penny's moveset works. I'm a big fighting game player. Brad's a big fighting game player. We have a lot of fighting game fans among our team. And so if you're a fighting game player, you may also find some commonalities with games like Smash or Street Fighter or things like that. You'll also notice that when you swing past a showpiece, then it has a similar effect as the whirl, where there's kind of a vacuum effect. And so swinging and whirling, basically anytime you're moving in a circle, it creates that vacuum pull, and so it'll pull in coins, it'll pull in showpieces, and also the gusto pops as well.
Oh no.
After this,
Oh my
okay.
goodness.
Okay.
How did you save that?
Just playing the game.
Don't bother her. She's concentrating.
So this is
it.
Oh, Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm sweating.
Milena with the 100% completion full combo of Vanilla Town 1.
So it is possible, at least in 1-1.
The dream is real.
Do you have advice for anyone who wants to get good at the game?
You have to really master the world tech and get your timings perfect. Knowing when to pop off a ride is crucial. And don't get too greedy, because that sucks. But yeah.
I made a tweet about it earlier, but I think the key thing to being successful is just having relaxed hands and like try not to button mash, because like there really is a rhythm and a pattern and a flow to like all the presses and stuff like that. Like it's not it's like when you're using a real yo-yo, you're not like spiking it into the ground to get it to spin. It's a very, fine throw. And so I think the way you maneuver Penny with the sticks in particular, again, needs that same like light touch to make everything work. So
yeah, if you're like looking to do combos, it's not about time and getting there fast. Sometimes it's better to just take your time, stay in one area, as long as you're off the ground. So, yeah.
So I think next we're going to swap in Meredith Alden, our writer, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Denizen dialogue in Lawberry 1. So I will shuffle out of the way.
Cool seat.
A little bit of a writer's corner here. I wish we had like a full screen title that was like Writer's Corner.
All right, we're jumping later into the game right now, so no spoilers, but we do send Penny to jail. She has to atone for her crimes.
All of the characters in this game are very endearing, but Judge Rufus is a personal favorite because everyone in the world of Macaroon has a performer's soul, and you really see that expressed in different ways with their different personalities, their different skills that show up in the boss fights. But Judge Rufus, I like the most because he is the most on guard about it. He keeps it low-key. He doesn't want everyone to know, but then when you see him, every time he makes an appearance, he is so dramatic. So that makes him very endearing to me personally. In terms of this level, which I like a lot, I got to tell at least probably 3 incredibly silly jokes about crime and doing crimes and being in jail and more crimes, and I hope you enjoy them. If you're going so fast that you don't see the jokes, then congrats on being good at the game, but maybe slow down and look at my jokes.
we were talking before about skill floors and skill ceilings and making sure that people who aren't blazing through the whole thing has something to do. And so one of those things is to interact with our denizens and see all the jokes, but also some notice that there's through lines between levels or within a single level. And so I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about all the work that you've done. So
I'm glad to hear it.
yeah,
It was very important that we make the game, it's fun and funny no matter how you're playing. If you're playing it at a high skill level, it's funny when you mess up and you're like, and that's all the drama. But if you're exploring the world, if you're someone who takes the game slow paced, we want to make sure the game is, it's fun too. It's fun to poke around at the world, and Meredith was crucial in filling that in so that there was always something to smile and laugh about as you're going through it.
It's really for me because I'm incredibly bad at this game, so I needed something to make me happy while playing it.
Move on up ahead. All right, we got our first dilemma over here.
Oh, this guy is so upset.
The noble self-destruct. Oh no!
Timer's running. Get it up there.
So what was the process like for these dilemmas?
So dilemma design, in terms of what you need to accomplish in gameplay, was decided by the designers, and then it was up to me to figure out how to make it make sense. So in this instance, I think we really wanted to have, from a design perspective, bring an object from this location to another location and do it fast. do it really, really fast. And there's these obstacles like flames, etc., to make it exciting. But like, why do you need to bring a thing to another thing fast? And it's like, well, this paper is going to blow itself up. That's just what makes sense. So we had to do that.
I find a lot of humor in, because we talked about this a lot when we were, I guess, going over each dilemma and then going over like the things that you were writing for them. But I don't know, really contrived, banal sometimes. Like reasons for people to do video gamey things. One of the my favorite dilemma in the game is in Vanilla Town 4, and it's like a screenshot on the store. I like it so much, but like it's a one where you had to collect like 5 like bouquets, like 5 flowers, and the context for this challenge is my anniversary is in 20 seconds. Help me collect these things. Like
it's gonna be in the doghouse, but I'm gonna wipe those flowers in time.
Yeah, so like basically, if any of us say like that's dumb, that is like probably the highest compliment you can get, and so that was generally the direction we gave them. And I think Meredith, you came up with like consistently really great context for all of the dilemmas in the game. There's so many. There's 3 in every level. We have like 40 levels, so
we had to get real done with it, and I hope you enjoy.
Yeah,
we certainly made your task pretty tough in terms of all of our setups. We only had a few different objects that could be put around in each of the levels, and so you had to come up with some pretty absurd stuff.
Some interesting tasks for a person to have to do.
I also like how there's a lot of just different running gags through each level. So in the in Zafara, even though you're in the middle of a desert, everybody is obsessed with drinking coffee. I'm sure it's got to be hot out there.
They're all on night shift.
Yeah.
Their sense of time is completely warped. They have no idea what's going on, and they're just mainlining caffeine to just get through it.
it's just never not sunset.
That level also speaks to me on a personal level.
What are some other ones like in
Warming up and he's
Bene?
crying.
In Molto Bene, they're constantly making jokes about how the food is burnt.
It's an aesthetic.
Yeah, you just it's an
Yeah,
acquired taste. That's what it is.
Your favorite line in that level, Hunter, is like there's like in level 2, which
Oh, yeah.
we played earlier.
We have a table available in our bombardment zone. If you
Yeah. Like
there's
we're-
just like cannons blasting at you.
Yeah, like right before a waiter, or sorry, right before the cannons are exploding on the ground, like waiters
this way.
whisking you through, like right this way to our bombardment zone. Plenty of tables.
Oh no!
Oh, I slipped up.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Got greedy.
I've been taking it easy, but as soon as I try to do one little fancy thing, didn't pay off so well.
Flynn Meister's asking how many. You know how many puns are in the game?
Oh,
We actually had to actively stop ourselves
yeah.
several times.
This is a personal challenge. Mild PTSD flashbacks. I could not begin to quantify. Not as many as you might think, but so many more than a reasonable person would ever consider inserting into anything.
While we may not have an exact count for how many puns are in the game, we did have to count how many times we said the word stinky for the ESRB.
We had
It's
to take
like-
out a couple stinkies, right? It was too many stinkies.
Too many stinkies for the ESRB. I think there's 7 in the game, and we had to let them know about all of them.
All 7 stinkies. Yeah. I also remember for the SRB certification, we had to talk about how many times somebody referenced like bathrooms,
Yes.
and there were a couple jokes about like, I'm nervous, where's the bathroom? The
Yeah,
answer
yeah,
was like,
All right, so that's been a quick little tour of Lawberry. We're gonna look at now some of the special levels, the challenge levels, which we call our star globes. They are unlocked throughout the game by spending the showpieces, those hidden collectibles, 3 hidden in every level. You can unlock a bunch of these guys. Maybe I shouldn't spoil all of them. There's quite a few. Would anyone like to challenge some of these star globes?
Hunter likes these a lot.
I like these a lot.
no jokes in these. so
I'm
I
back,
will
everybody.
relinquish the seat.
Rosa HG is wondering if we were to add voice acting, like, did you have like somebody in mind.
Yeah.
For Emperor Eddie, me and Christian immediately were like, that's Matt Berry. Like that's who if we had to get a voice for him, that's who we would pick. But like I never considered, who would voice other people in the production.
Where are we putting Jeff Goldblum? All right, what are we gonna do? You want to
start with the first one.
on
Everyone's
a roll?
Hopefully people will get this one. The later ones get pretty hard to unlock because you do have to find more and more showpieces for each one. But our goal with the Star Globes was to really make some condensed, tough gameplay. There's no checkpoints, it's just a single beat, and we get to push our elements and our character as far as we can. Not as far as Hunter's pushing it right now. And
We're good.
so these
Are we
are
covered?
these are very.
Oh no!
Oh.
Okay, I was just messing around.
I mean, you were cruising for a bruising.
I was cruising for a bruising.
So yeah, these Star Globes are a bite-sized snack where you can test your metal against the game. And they're cosmic. They've got this cool visual design. Where does it take place? We set it kind of like in space or maybe in Penny's dreams. It's definitely a special little area, and I hope people enjoy the different flavor that these challenge rooms bring.
We got a question. How many people directly worked on the game? Well, I mean, quite a lot. I think I guess in terms of the dev team, what was it? It's got to be around like 35 total.
Yeah, because we're a remote team. There is a good chunk here in the office here in Los Angeles, but I always forget like the whole number since we have so many remote people, and then also contractors that make individual contributions. So, but I think that's about the right number, Hunter.
Yeah.
If you want to find out everyone who worked on the game,
Just
I
count.
recommend you beat Penny's Big Breakaway.
Yeah, you got to beat the game, or you can actually just go straight to the credits in the extras menu.
That's true.
But you should really beat the game.
You should beat the
I
game.
forgot that you can just go to the extras menu and watch the credits because I was telling some certain people who were in special thanks, like, hey, make sure you beat the game so you can see something in the credits.
Well, it's
And
kind of boring. It's kind of boring if you tell people like, "Hey, make sure you just buy the game, so you just look at the credits in the menu."
just give me your money, dude.
I would recommend not looking in the extras menu because we put a lot of effort in making the credits look really nice. I love the music that plays.
Oh, Sean did an incredible
It
method.
doesn't hit the same if you just watch it straight up.
Exactly.
You gotta play through the whole
It's
thing.
a treat. You gotta save it.
You gotta save it. You gotta savor it.
Justin put together, behind the camera over here, running this whole show, he put together a lot of the graphics of what's going on during those credits, and really just knocked it out of the park. So I hope you enjoy it when you beat the game. But if you're itching to know the name of everyone who contributed to this game, it's available there in the extras menu.
All right, now we're in Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams.
I wrote the music to this level.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was actually originally the test track that we put temporarily in the levels before T had written the actual level themes. And then because it was the temp track that all the designers were using throughout development, everybody kind of grew fond of the tune over time.
We loved it because it's good, man.
Oh man, look at this.
Woo! That was pretty swag. That's
I've never seen someone swing under that last loop like that.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Have you guys mentioned the term jazz platformer yet on this stream?
We have not. So if anybody here, I don't know how many jazz musicians we have in the chat.
At least a couple.
That's an
based on
honest
it.
question. But I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of playing around the changes. But basically you learn the tune, you learn the melody, you learn the chords, and then you kind of put your own spin on it. So instead of just going straight down the middle, you play around the changes, and that's what Penny's expressive moveset allows you to do. That's why we call it jazz platforming. Unfortunately, when we were on the Steam page trying to select the genre, they didn't have jazz platforming.
Not yet.
Not yet, but we're making it a thing.
But it's like you can misinput and put yourself in a pretty tough situation, but you have the tools to improvise and get yourself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people would be going on like their normal run, nothing wrong, all of a sudden maybe misinput a little bit and then start flying off, but then dash back, swing up, recover, and actually,
And it feels like a flourish. It feels like a little bit of a solo that's being played. And so when, I don't remember if it was you or Hunter who first coined the phrase during development, but it helped calcify a lot of the design of this game because it's not a precision platformer like Super Meat Boy or Celeste, where those are games that have really clever challenges that you need to do exactly the right thing to get through it. And I love playing those games. Penny is different. It definitely requires a degree of precision, but you can also play it your way. It's a lot more fluid and open. And that was part of that was just the benefit of being in a 3D environment where you can move in a 360 direction and area. But a lot of it was also that we have this move system where you can do different moves, they combo into each other, and you can get through the environment in ways that we as developers didn't expect. And we had a lot of fun going through the game and just pushing it with different play styles and see how can we make it as expansive as possible, while also making sure there's a very clear through line and melody through each stage.
Oh, I almost didn't do my inputs there. I was so drawn in by the dulcet tones of Esteban's explanation. Yeah.
I think every time I screw up and save myself, I just say the jazz.
I'm in the mood for some platforming, everybody.
I guess, are we in the Q&A BTS part?
We're
We just live in there. Oh, okay.
We're jazz streaming right now.
Yeah,
got it.
we're streaming around the changes, Brad.
I see. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for us, we have a pretty wide selection of team members here to field any sort of question.
We got hot and cold. This one I was struggling with yesterday. I like this one because it has blocks of ice sitting in lava, which, just think about it for a little bit.
As the person who put this particular one together, I'll be honest, I didn't think about it at all.
I was wondering how you got them to not melt.
I think that this kind of typifies the lack of quote unquote rules in Star Globes, where when we're building stuff in the game world, I have hard and soft rules for what I would prefer myself and designers do when it comes to making them. But with these, it's you can make these as strict and as hard, and doesn't matter if the ice is on fire, who cares? It makes for more interesting set pieces. And so I think Esteban was I don't know what else to do for Star Globes one day. I was like, well, ice and fire haven't been able to combine because that doesn't make sense in the regular levels, but you can easily get a lever or two in the Star Globes with that idea, I think. And so yeah, there's 2 or 3 now.
Yeah, and so each of the levels has its own set of objects that you're playing with, its own gameplay elements. They're unique for each world. And the Star Globes were the chance to just let's pull things from completely different worlds together and slam them and see what happens when they collide. So it creates some new, unique gameplay.
We have a question. What was the funniest / worst bug?
Not always the same thing, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes the really nasty bugs are the least funny bugs. When you get save corruption or something, that's not fun.
That's not fun.
Annoying to fix. But the funny ones, we had a lot of really good funny ones. Because this game is built around Penny's physics so much, that meant there were a lot of occasions when we would first be putting together an object and it would just launch Penny like crazy. She would just go flying out into the stratosphere and we'd be like, oh no, we made this thing too powerful. And that would always make us laugh because we didn't always expect it to happen.
Any launches are always funny.
There was one where it was I can't remember, it was something that Milena discovered very late in Dev. Milena kept on doing all of these frame perfect inputs and combining the moves in unexpected ways. And she figured out a couple things one was just some weird frame perfect input and then you could just launch up in the air and it was just one of those, weird game physics bugs where you just shoot off like a rocket, and then if you gain that much height in this game, then you can keep falling and then do a swing and do a dash and make a lot of horizontal traversal. So we had to be really careful about bugs that cause Penny to launch through the air like that.
But sometimes it would also inspire gameplay in terms
Oh,
of realizing like, oh, if you use this in a particular way that we didn't expect, you're going to be able to launch yourself to get some more speed and height, and then you can use that strategically. And then I was like, okay, let's make this official. Let's codify that into the object and make that part of its play.
So let's see. When we unveiled the Penny silhouette, how long was the game in concept? I think
When was the penny silhouette on the website? Review?
we did the Penny silhouette on the website like that was in October of 2022, and then we did the full game reveal in summer of 2023. And so by the time
Because the first direct was the unveiling of everything.
Yeah, so I think when we did the silhouette reveal, we had already been working on the game for a couple of years. So that was,
Yeah, it's been a journey, but yeah, did we start in
February of 2021 was like we did a year of like prototyping and like laying the groundwork, and then we like started production proper a year after that. And so since February of 2022 we were in production.
Look at the time attack real quick. Show off this mode. Will there be a Penny's Big Breakaway 2? Well, the first one just came out a few hours ago.
We're glad you're enjoying it.
We're very glad that you're enjoying it and that you're already hungry for a sequel. I would say if you want a Penny's Big Breakaway 2, then please buy the game. Please tell your friends to buy the game.
With money.
And yeah, I mean, if the game ends up being successful, then I think we would definitely be interested in making more games in Penny's world. So let's see. I'm going to try one in Time Attack just to show this mode off a little bit. I'll do Zafara. How about?
It's like 3-3.
Yeah, let's do 3-3. So in Time Attack mode, it's a little different. Whereas in the regular story mode, there are checkpoints throughout the level. And then if you fall off or get captured by the penguins, then you'll return to the checkpoint. Time Attack mode is a little different in that all the checkpoints are removed. And then if you fall off or lose all of your gusto or anything, you would just have to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage. And then also the Time Attack mode lets you compete on the leaderboards. So let me restart because I was just talking over that.
I guess we were just talking about, we had about a year to kind of lay the foundation for like the game, like Star Engine and everything like that. And so a lot of people are asking like, what are some of the favorite features of the engine?
I think for engineers, a big thing that we really like is that the rendering stack is very flexible and lightweight. I think there's also a lot of custom tools for the designers to be able to use and take advantage of, building up the environment geometry. Brad, what did you think about that experience?
So when it comes to designing games, I've like exclusively worked in Christian and yours like tools. I haven't made anything in Unity or Unreal or anything. Just Retro Engine and Star Engine. And so Christian talked in other interviews about making the jump from 2D to 3D and wanted to experience that for himself. And so for me, I got to experience that in my own way, where it's just like never made anything in 3D before. And so I think the way you guys constructed things and when we were going back and forth about it really helped me get my footing in the third dimension a lot easier, because I remember just staring at Unity initially before you guys had everything ready and just being intimidated by everything. So it's really fast and easy to like iterate on stuff. The way we build levels for Penny is very analogous to how we build stuff in pixel art and stuff like that. And so I'm just amazed at what we've been able to construct with that humble foundation. And then when the other designers came in, they had more 3D experience, like where they were able to push the tools to create some of the shapes and environments you see in the game.
Stage clear.
Because with Sonic Mania or Penny's Big Breakaway, like level iteration, like fine tuning it to the degree that it needs to be good. It's a lot of like nudging one here, one there, one here, one there for a very, very long time, and being able to easily do that is like important for this title to be successful. And so I think we achieved that, and that's feels great to do in the tools that we've created.
We got a question: who designed Penny? Well, it was actually kind of an interesting process. I would say, our art director Tom Fry deserves a lot of the credit for actually putting pen to paper. However, I think that the concept for Penny was definitely a collaborative effort. When we were brainstorming the game, a lot of us came together and we had these kind of big brainstorm sessions where we were talking about like what are some of our favorite characters that we've seen, or what are things that we don't want to do in a character that we create, and we sort of all came together and identified common threads for some of our favorite characters that we've seen in gaming, and then we sort of spun those together and then put a few strong kind of thrusts. I think one was the sort of fashion aspect and athleisure clothing. Another aspect was Bauhaus design sensibilities. Another aspect was having characters that are kind of cute and quirky in their own way. And so I think all of that influenced the recipe that went into Penny's design. And then, Tom started iterating on the design. Christian gave him a lot of feedback as we were doing those early revs. And then I started getting kind of nitpicky with, random specific aspects of her design. So I appreciate Tom's patience in enduring those little nitpicks that I had. And I think at the end of it, we came up with a really strong design for Penny and the rest of the cast.
I think a really good photo you can Google is there was the yo-yo is a really old toy, and so there's paintings and sketches from hundreds of years ago, and so there was this one. It's about the time of the French Revolution, where it was this man of nobility with he's out like this with the yo-yo on his finger.
Oh yeah, he was a champ.
Yeah, so that photo in particular really got the gears going. I wish I could link it and show, but yeah,
We'll do that for the next stream. We'll or we'll bring an overhead projector in. You can just put the transparency slide up.
That's right. Just wheel that in.
Just university style.
Yeah, the kids love it when you have a AV cart.
They do.
In the classroom.
Chat, let us know if you want us to bring in an AV cart for the next stream.
Gravel King 420 wants to know if the Star Engine meets emission standards.
Yeah, we actually got it smog checked, and so we're good for another 10 years, I think.
Cool.
Bit of a California reference if anybody had to get their car smog checked recently. I mean, Justin, you took your car out, right? Yeah, so you had to probably get it smog checked, right?
Yeah, I was smog checked.
Oh, someone stole
You clear?
Stole my catalytic converter at the beginning of development, so I gotta get a new car. Straight up.
What was that? That was the Volkswagen?
That was the 98 Volkswagen.
The 98 Volkswagen.
I was driving a 98 in 2021.
Yeah.
20 years strong.
You roll that,
Damn.
it still works, it works.
I'm gonna go over here. Now I am over here.
Are we good with real yo-yos?
I tried to get good with a real yo-yo. That's about all I can say.
I'm still pretty bad at it. I really like the Duncan beginner ones that give you kind of a little bit of a boost on rotating it, but we were kind of talking about it before.
Do you like the brain, dude? The Omega brain?
That's what it's called.
That's the one that bounces back.
Mhm.
You can't sleep it though. It just comes right back at you.
We were talking about it when Milena was playing, where you have to have a fine touch to really get that thing going the way it's supposed to be going. So
I got a Maverick, I think.
I'm still kind of caveman-y with the yo-yo.
The one that I got, it was like a metal butterfly shaped yo-yo, and I got to the point where I could like sleep it and I could walk the dog with it, but it was like metal, and so whenever it came back to my hand, it was just like this big metal thing slapping my hand. It hurts. You gotta like get some calluses built up.
Dave, are you good with a yo-yo? Did you happen to practice with it? I didn't get any good, but like just feeling it kind of gave me a sense of like how the controls should feel for the game. Even though I didn't get super good, I can literally just make it go up and down now, which is a big accomplishment.
I followed a bunch of I followed a bunch of like pro yo-yo accounts on Instagram, and I watched a lot of videos of like competition yo-yoers and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. There was like a whole league in Japan where people do yo-yo competitions, and there's also like yo-yos where people will have two yo-yos, and they actually the body of the yo-yo is not attached to the string, and so people will like throw it off of a string and catch it back on another string and stuff like that. I don't even know how that works. I feel like if I tried to do a yo-yo where the string is not attached, I would just immediately chuck it onto the ground, and that would be that. So I'm gonna try and climb up here. Talk about bosses. You wanna talk about some bosses?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
In what way?
Well, I was just thinking, we're talking about watching YouTube videos and people doing crazy yo-yo tricks, but when we were first concepting the bosses,
Oh yeah.
we were watching a lot. We wanted to see what's a good rival toy for Penny's yo-yo. So we discovered the Diabolo. We were like, well, you can do pool tricks.
Yeah.
So Mr. Q came out from that.
Yeah, we were looking at
Oh yeah, trick shots.
skill
and
toys.
Skill
Yeah.
toys.
I didn't know that that's what yo-yos and other things were called until this game. I think my favorite one that we saw was pen spinning, which Judge Rufus is a master of pen spinning. The lightning and stuff in his boss fight that you see in the trailer comes from his ink pen that he like is twirling around and stuff.
I always wondered if he was like one of those kids who do the drum beats on their desk during the
For sure.
class. Yeah.
He would also draw the cool S.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Chat, if any of y'all are good at pen beats, let us know. We'll feature you on the next stream. Send us a video.
But yeah, we were. I think I just wanted to. I want to shout out one YouTube channel like Kuma Films. I think I watched all their videos in like the pre-production phase when we were concepting a lot of stuff, and so that would be. Some people asked again, like what the timeline was for the game, and so yeah, we have about almost a year of foundational work and concepting, pre-production stuff like that, starting in February of 2021. So. Yeah, we watched a lot of skill toy videos, and it's like, okay, the bosses, this boss should have this boss should have this, and it was also based on like, what are people doing in the levels, and like what skill can you test at the end of each of like the worlds. Like they're basically like kind of like gate checks on Penny's abilities and stuff, and so something I've really enjoyed seeing today is like, I think a lot of people play Vanilla Town and they're like beating up the penguins a lot, but this is not a combat like centric game. You're supposed to run away, and just beating them up over and over is not going to do anything for you. And so by the end of Vanilla Town 4, people are starting to get into the rhythm of like just getting out of there and chaining the moves together, and that's crucially important when you're being chased by the giant penguin ball at the end of that world. And so that's kind of how every boss after also functions, where it's just like, what thing do we want to make sure players know how to do before they go to the next world? And of course, you can probably cheese it and not learn it, but that happens.
But that's cheesy.
That happens with every game, though. That's kind of the joy when we, like we were talking about difficulty before, and like how the player's skill is kind of what determines, they set their own difficulty and stuff. And so, I mean, with Sonic Mania, you have people running their face into everything for the runtime. For this, you'll have people maybe walking more than riding or rolling or falling a lot more, but at least they can finish it and see the end, and still have something fun to do during that initial run. So
All right, so it looks like we're going to be coming up on the end of our stream soon. I feel like I should do kind of like one more something to close it out. What do you think?
What level would be good?
I don't think we've done any World's Edge yet, have we? Oh no, we
You
did.
just,
earlier.
you just did.
I just did.
Yeah, you played it like 2 levels before.
Oh, okay.
What about Industria?
Industria.
There's no like story elements happening there.
All right. Industria is the factory zone. Check it out. It's a big old factory.
Yeah, while we're playing this level, if anyone has any, more questions to kind of close our day out, we're here.
This is going to be the last run of the day. Gravel King loves factories.
But we greatly appreciate everyone stopping by the dev stream here today and for picking up the game on whatever storefront for whatever console you have: Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X, PC, Steam Deck. Are we doing a giveaway?
Yeah, I think we have a giveaway.
We do.
Justin, do you know how the giveaway works?
That's a good question. I love giving away things. I think
Giveaway how the giveaway works.
Yeah, so there's a specific keyword that we will reveal in due time that you have to put in the chat to make you eligible for the giveaway. Our good friend Kyle should be getting that ready sometime soon.
Kyle is in the giveaway factory right now.
Yes.
Right now, Penny is trying to get to the center of the giveaway factory so we can get the giveaways working. Axanary mentioned that they're impressed that we shoved the game within 3 gigabytes. Thank you very much. We're of the opinion that games don't have to be 100 times bigger than that. So
Yep.
we try to make it small.
It helps, when you make everything from the ground up too.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the funniest things on the previous project was just Christian goes like, "Yeah, the whole game loads into RAM.
Yeah.
It's like that small," and so we figured
We didn't have that kind of luxury this time.
Yes, but I was still expecting some just astronomically low number for a 3D title like this one. So
I guess we have a question on the porting process. So yeah, from the very beginning, we were targeting a multi-platform release with the engine, and then I don't know. It's something that we've done before. It's not our first rodeo doing multi-platform targeting, but yeah, it was certainly very interesting because this is our first title on the current generation of game consoles. So there was new SDKs and APIs to learn, new capabilities to take advantage of. But overall, I think it was a relatively smooth process. Let's see.
So, what is your favorite console to play on out of all the versions? Because, we had a question earlier about, the different frame rates on different consoles and stuff like that. So,
I'm still partial to the Switch version. I spent a lot of time on getting the Switch version up and running and running nicely. So, it's something that I'm very proud of. And it's portable. Yeah, you can take it on the go. You can fit it in your pocket if you're wearing cargo pants, I guess. Or if you have a Switch Lite. Yeah, I'm a sucker for portable game systems. So
I only have a Switch. I don't have the other one. So I guess I have a PC because of work. But I guess the dev build is on my PC already. So I think when you guys showed me on Xbox Series X and PS5 the high performance mode, like 120 FPS, 144 hertz modes, I didn't even know that those consoles could do that. And it was pretty surreal to see this game operating at that speed.
yeah, you gotta have a fancy TV for that.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
All right, so I have made it through the final run through. Do we have the details on the giveaway? Is that still in progress?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, in order to enter this giveaway, you're gonna make sure that you have a Twitch account. It's only gonna happen on Twitch, unfortunately. So what you're gonna do there is you go into the Twitch version of our live stream, and we're gonna put in a special keyword that I'm gonna determine in 1 second. Once you place in that keyword, you'll be entered in, and then we're going to roll the dice, and we're going to see what it lands on, and then.
It looks like we already got some users in here.
Well, they shouldn't be in here yet. It's not working correctly. Once I make the keyword, though, let's see. It's got to be secret too. It's gonna be something that no one could guess.
Wait, how did they get on there?
Well, they're not eligible. They're just on the list. So.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I guess it logs whoever's in the chat currently.
Yes.
And then it'll make a green circle.
So I say, let's give everybody about 5 minutes to get on the Twitch. If there's anyone in the YouTube that can provide links to the Twitch channel, that would be nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then, yeah. So the secret keyword.
Wait, I guess I gotta do a bonus round.
Yeah, just
Bonus round. Yeah.
just keep playing.
Just keep playing?
It'll be fun.
How about this? What's a nice longer level that you can speed run through?
Longer level?
And at the end of the level, then that's when we're gonna roll the dice. All right.
I'm going to, you said longer level?
Yeah.
Longer.
I'm gonna do Zafara 4.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a longer level. And I gotta go as fast as I can.
Back
And
in-
everybody's...
back in dead.
Apparently I need to do the voice. So, Esteban's already cracking up. I'm gonna go into my Kentucky Derby mode for this level.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hunter Bridges. I'm a game director and technical director of Penny's Big Breakaway, and today we are going to play through Zafara 4 as we prepare the audience for our giveaway. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are big fans of Penny in the chat, please let us know. Please support our performing star, Penny.
What's the word?
The word is yo-yo.
Yo-yo!
Oh, wait, no hyphens, all lowercase?
No hyphens,
No
all
hyphens.
lowercase.
Y-O-Y-O?
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The word is yo-yo.
The word
Y-O-Y-O.
is yo-yo. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
Yes, sorry, yo-yo is the word. So type exclamation mark Y-O-Y-O.
No need for the exclamation mark either.
Yeah, no exclamation mark, just yo-yo, and
Yes.
then it enters.
Just yo-yo.
Our boards are lighting up.
Look how many people are entered into the giveaway already. Now that's what I call Twitch. I don't know. I didn't think Chat, let me know what my punchline should have been there.
You know, this entire stream, we never gave a single ready, set, yo.
Oh, yeah. Ready, set, yo! There you go. Is that what you were looking for?
Not the same.
It is really, because we did obviously the direct today and the direct last summer to initially announce the title and stuff like that. It's really funny, like when the narrator comes in.
Yeah.
Like for a while, it's just like the editor doing temp voice, and he's just like reading the script verbatim. It's fine, and then the voice comes in. You're like, it's real. It's happening.
I'm whipping through here.
You got enough speed?
Ah, no. I'm cruising.
Watch out for those bulls.
Yeah, the bowls are inspired by miniature golf, and we decided to turn the bowls into golf balls. I think that's the first time anybody's done that in video games.
I think the world needs more miniature golf courses.
Yeah.
I think they are unfairly maligned.
endangered species.
They really
Who
are
is maligning miniature golf courses?
the haters.
The haters. I need names. Name names.
Dear haters and losers.
And we got a lot of people in for this giveaway.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta check the numbers.
I think it's 1 million.
Actually, it's 1 million.
1 million viewers? Oh, I got some penguins on
I'm
my.
a penillionaire.
Who wants to be a millionaire? That's my Regis impression.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Regis. Ah, oh, I'm so close. I'm so close to the end.
Alright, y'all got like 3 seconds. No, not even.
No,
No,
I
you-
gotta do a busker bonus.
You gotta do
Okay,
Busker bonus.
okay.
I like when people forget
down, B.
what this is called. I've watched a couple of Twitch streams today, and they're like, "What's this part called? The Bungler Bucks."
Busker bonus.
I've appreciated so many people coming up with new adjectives for this game. Like, I love that your game is so yoinky sploinky. Like this game is splarkin'.
Oh, man, just did the Busker bonus. Well, that means time is up.
Time is up. It's ready to give away some
Alright.
Penny's Big Breakaway.
How many? I don't know. Kyle's here in the chat and whatnot. How many were given away?
I think we got 5.
Just 5. Ooh, 5.
5. We got 5.
5 it is. Let's roll it once.
Let's roll it.
Alright, we got just here to Twitch Prime. I don't know if you're in the chat.
Winner number 1 is just here to Twitch Prime.
Yeah. Let's see. We just need to say, if you could say hello in the chat just so we know that you're real, you're here. Alright, perfect.
The real part is what I'm interested in.
Alright.
There we go. Okay, real person.
Okay, yeah. We would show this on stream, but since, chat's technically there, we're not going to do that one. So, Kyle, I don't know if you can whisper to the account just here to Twitch Prime, but let them know they won, and let's see of the other 4.
Who's next? Who's the next winner?
Alright, we got an Eric Nova.
Is that Eric or Erich?
It's Eric. It's my husband's friend from high school.
Okay.
Oh, yo, what up?
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon here in the chat.
Shout out to all the friends and husbands.
Yes. Alright, Kyle, well, whisper over to Eric Nova, and yeah, that's another, yo, that is,
Yo.
yeah. Alright.
Have fun on the pickleball court.
Pickleball court.
Another roll. We got a Nebula 1253.
Nebula. Oh my God! It's
Yes,
Nebula, ladies and
indeed.
gentlemen. Nebula 1253. You are a winner.
So we got one winner here.
Who's the next
One more.
winner?
Let's see who's the next winner. Alright, one more roll. Well, actually, 2 more rolls.
2 more rolls.
Yeah. We got a Victor Vaughn.
Victor Vaughn.
Very strong name.
Victor
Yes.
Vaughn.
Any doom there?
Yo.
Okay. Yo. So we got Victor Vaughn. And for our last roll, can we get some drum roll? Or that like...
Oh, the final.
Yeah. Alright, here it is. Rolling. It is... It ups.
It ups 301.
301. Can we
With
get
3
a hello?
Ps.
Wow.
Wow.
Alrighty. That will be our 5 winners for today.
So I think that Kyle is going to follow up with everybody who won, and we'll get everybody sorted out with their prizes.
Yep. I think, was that the end now?
I think that's the end.
That's
so
the end of the show.
everybody, thanks so much for joining us. Everybody at Evening Star really appreciates all of your excitement and enthusiasm here on the launch day for Penny's Big Breakaway. We hope everybody was nicely surprised and hope everybody had a good time hanging out here with us. if you enjoyed the stream, please let us know. Please follow on Twitch, on YouTube, and maybe we can do some more in the future. And then we got everybody's gonna squeeze on camera, and we're gonna do a big wave. Bye bye.
Oh, wait, where's that?
Getting closer.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
It's good enough.
You gotta keep waving until he hangs up.
Oh yeah, I gotta keep
Gotta keep waving till it hangs
You gotta
up.
go to the stream ending screen.
Ah, my hand's tired.